Hey you guys, welcome to Arion's world.
Go see on a fucking helicopter, double C, no Chanel, cause she's bad, bad, bad. Riding Kawasaki, I can cup you a new Rari, let you ride it, now you're rap, and you're bad, bad, bad. No plan, no Atari, I won't play with you for nothing, I can eat you like hibachi, cause you bad, bad, bad. I just took the doors, all the guinea, now I'm riding, and I'm sliding in the sideways, now she call me her zaddy. Rich nigga, shit, I bought my daddy, a new paddock, got a model.
I'll be telling you about how I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so when I found out, it was like because the reason I found out is because like my ankles, they were swelling up like big, like they was super big. And my mom was like, she was like, we was icing them, we was soaking them, we was doing everything, and it just kept getting big. Like they would not go down. So when I started going to my grandma's house, she was poking on them. She was like, it felt like it was fluid in them. So at the moment we didn't pay no mind, but as we continued, I was playing basketball, and I started getting my ankle. I started getting my ankles wrapped, and when I wrap them, like to put pressure on them, they still didn't go down. So it was one day I was in my grandma's house, and she was like, we gotta go get your ankle checked because it feel like fluid in it, and she didn't want the fluid to move, to get around my heart, or anything can happen. So we still didn't go to the doctor or whatever. I continued to play basketball and just be normal, like I felt myself. So one day, one weekend, my foot, it had like a bruise on it, and the bruise was like green. So mom was like, okay, we need to go get this shit. So she had called my grandma, and she had told my grandma that to take me to the doctor or whatever. So when I went and got my grandma, we had went to the doctor. She had signed me in, and the lady at the front that was doing the signing stuff, she was like, do you gotta pee? Because he gonna ask you to pee. The doctor gonna ask you to pee. And I was like, no. So she had gave me like a big old cup of water. So I was drinking the water, whatever. The lady called me to the back, got my weight and all that stuff. So I was just sitting there. She came in. She was like, you gotta pee? And I was like, no. Like I could not pee at all. Like I couldn't pee. So eventually, after like a few minutes had passed by me just sitting there trying to pee, I had eventually went to the bathroom and peed or whatever. So when I went pee, I peed in the cup, gave it to the lady, and she had pressed on my ankles before she had took it to the lab, the back part, whatever, to check it. And she was like, she just checking to make sure my urine okay or whatever. So next, like a few minutes later, the doctor had came in. He was like, honey, are you sexually active? And I was like, not lately. And then he was like, well, let me feel your stomach. He had pushed on my stomach or whatever. And my grandma was like, what's going on or whatever. Then he was just like, well, it's coming up positive. And then I was like, positive for what? And then my grandma was like, yeah, positive for what? So he was like, that you're pregnant, honey. And I was like, pregnant? Then my grandma was like, pregnant. So instantly I just started crying. Like I was boohoo crying. Like I don't know, I couldn't breathe. I was just crying, crying, and crying. And then my grandma was like, calm down, it's okay. I had my first baby when I was 16 or whatever. And when she was just talking, she was trying to calm me down or whatever. And I was like what I'm gonna do, like what I'm gonna tell my mom, or like I was just, a whole bunch of thoughts just kept going through my head. Like I do not know, like I didn't know what to do at that moment. Like just like I don't know. So then my grandma had told me, she was like, stop crying, wipe your tears or whatever, because there's people out up in the waiting area, and she didn't want them to, be nosy and all that stuff. So I wiped my face. I walked out, my head clean down, and we got in the car. Then she had came behind me, and she was like, okay, so we gotta tell your mama. But before I left, he had prescribed me some prenatal vitamins or whatever. But before I left, after I had left, she was like, we gotta go see your mom. We gotta see your mom some kind of way. Like, we gotta go get this check. Like, this is a life inside you. We don't know how many months you is. Like, we gotta get this check. So, we had went to my mama's job, and my grandma had gave my mama the prescription. She was like, what is this? And then my grandma was like, look at it. And then she was like, okay, what is this? Then my grandma was like, tell Arion. And I was like, I don't know. And I just started crying again. Now my grandma was like, you gotta tell her. So I was like, I'm pregnant. And then she was like, pregnant? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, she just went silent. Like, she kept it silent for like a week. So then after that, I had she told my counselor or whatever, and my counselor like, well, we gotta go to OB and all this stuff. So she had went and she had set me up an appointment at the OB clinic or whatever. My first day was like a week or two after I had found out. So I was going to school, it was just like, wow, I'm pregnant. Like, I'm really pregnant. So after that, my mama had checked me out. It was like around like second period. So that was probably like 9 or somewhere up on there. It's like 9 in the morning. I'm like, what I'm getting checked out for? Like, I just came to school. Then she was like, well, your appointment today. And I was like, okay. So as we was going, she was just talking to me, and she was like, you gotta listen now. Like, this is a whole life. Like, you gotta listen. Like, no sneaky stuff, no nothing. We clean about everything now. Like, none of that. So when we went there, me still not feeling it, and I feel normal. Like, no morning sickness, no nothing. Like, still have my period. Like, I feel normal. So the woman, she had told me to pee in the cup again. She took some blood, my blood pressure and all that stuff. Then she was like, okay, so we're gonna go to the ultrasound room. Okay, so the man came up in there. He was an African man, and he came up in there. He had put the little lubricant stuff on my stomach or whatever, and he put the little thing on there. As soon as he put it on there, you heard a heartbeat. I'm like the heartbeat would just. Then he was like, okay, you're 8 months. I said, 8 months? Then my mom was like, she 8 months? I'm like, okay. When all this time not knowing, 8 months not knowing I'm pregnant, no prenatal vitamins, no nothing. I'm like, what we gonna do? Then the man, he had to go check me. He had to make sure I was good, no infections, no nothing. Good thing I didn't have, like, nothing was wrong. He was like, the baby totally healthy. And I was like, then he was like, you wanna know what you're having? And I was like, yeah. He said, boy. I said, oh my God. Like, I'm like, this one, it all hit me like, this is reality. Like, I'm really about to be a mama. So after we left there, me and mom was in the car. She was just like, how you feel about this appointment? I was like, I really don't know. I don't know how to feel at all. Like, then I just started crying again. Like, at this moment, I felt like I was getting into depression. Like, I felt like I was a mistake, like, everything. So she was like, well, we just gonna have to take this lick and roll with it. Like, God made this happen for a reason, and you gonna take care of it. We both gonna take care of it. We're gonna do it together. So it's like, I didn't expect my mama to be like, we in this together. I expect her to be like, you went out there and made it, you about to take care of it. But she wasn't like that. So I was grateful. So my advice to teens, if you having sex, tell your mama. It don't matter what you think the consequence is. You need to be on some shots. You need to be doing anything, and always be protective. Like, always. Because a baby can come like this and you not even know it. But yeah, that was my experience how I found out I was pregnant. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.